So, hallo, willkommen zurück zu meinem Kanal. Welcome back to my channel, it's Aaron. Hi. Ich habe heute eine Präsentation, werde aber ganz leise sprechen, denn ich bin in der Bibliothek. I'm at the library, so I'm going to speak kind of softly, but I've got a presentation over a mnemonic device, an interesting observation, eine Behauptung, die ich habe über die deutsche Sprache und um, über, yeah, don't worry about me. I'm kind of distracted. But I'm going to take away this. Wisst ihr aber, was es heißt im Ernst? Im Ernst heißt in seriousness or seriously. Really kind of looks like the word in earnest, truthfully, honestly. But yeah, you can use this im Ernst in daily German. Zum Beispiel, man kann sagen, wenn jemand, der dir eine Geschichte erzählt und du kannst es kaum nicht glauben, if you can hardly believe a story and you're surprised and schockiert, a bit shocked, you can say im Ernst, like for real, im Ernst. Und das ist es im Ernst. Heute werde ich nicht über also der Punkt ist nicht, was im Ernst heißt, sondern dass diese Buchstaben hier, these letters, sind die am häufigsten gefunden werden am Ende eines deutschen Wortes. These are the most common letters that can be seen at the end of a German word. I'm going to show you proof right here. I'm just going to think of any poem. I could open up any page of a book, whether it's a novel, whether it's a dictionary, and you can note all the times that a word ends in one of these letters from the mnemonic device im Ernst. I'm going to take the first song from Die schöne Müllerin, ein Liederkreis von Franz Schubert. If you're familiar with music, Franz Schubert wrote Die schöne Müllerin with poetry by Wilhelm Müller, and the first song is quite famous. It's called Das Wandern. If I write down the last letter of each word in the first stanza, you'll see what I meant earlier. Das Wandern. Das Wandern ist des Müllers Lust. Das Wandern. Das muss ein schlechter Müller sein, dem niemals fiel. And this I'll write in a different color since it's not one of the letters we're focused on. Dem niemals fiel das Wandern ein, das Wandern. I'll give you the second stanza. Vom Wasser haben wir es gelernt, vom Wasser. Das hat nicht Rast bei Tag und Nacht, ist stets auf Wanderschaft bedacht, das Wasser. Okay, so you can see here that I was not joking when I said that most words in German end in these letters. Ich habe das im Ernst gesagt. Yeah, I said it seriously. So back to this, I can kind of explain real quickly why that is. For example, the M is an dative noun phrase for masculine or neuter nouns. It's going to be a common ending for determiners, adjectives. The E appears commonly in verbs, especially the first person singular of the present tense. Ich arbeite, ich sehe, or in a command when you say like tanze. So common verbal ending, but it's also a feminine or plural ending for determiners, for adjectives, or it could even be in an adjective ending for another gender, such as masculine or neuter, if you said, for example, das neue Bier, das kalte Bier, das rote Haus. So if it comes behind a definite article or definite determiner, definitive determiner, definite determiner, then you're going to get the E. R um, can be explained because it's common for masculine nouns or determiners to end in, well, determiners or adjectives to end in R. So masculine words, but also der, the word der is also used for the genitive case. So nominative of masculine, but also genitive of feminine or genitive of plural as well. And the dative of feminine, mit der Mutter, with the mother. So the R comes out there. It's also used in comparative adjectives. When you say something is roter, redder than something else, or neuer, newer than something else. We hear that in English as well. The comparative has an R in it. So yeah, adjective endings, determiners, etc. N is used in verbs for plural endings or for the infinitive, all infinitive verbs in German, the dictionary form of verbs ends in an N. But in other tenses, the plural forms, the wir form, the first person, or the sie form, the third person plural, verbs end in an N. R is also used in the end of nouns or plural nouns. The S is also used in plural nouns, but more commonly the N. So plural nouns for this N. N is also used for the accusative or the dative. The accusative of masculine singular nouns like den Mann, ich sehe den Mann, or den großen Mann. So N is used in adjective endings in the genitive case, in the dative case, or with dative plural when you say mit den Frauen, with the ladies. So that's plural noun, but it's also dative plural of a feminine noun, or just, we don't really think about gender when it comes to plural, because plural is like its own gender, its own group, with its own set of endings. But the S, it's rare that you would have an S for plural, actually. That's more of an English or Spanish, French thing. But we have it in die Autos, die Babys. S is more commonly found because of the neuter case, or the neuter gender. So nouns in the nominative or the accusative of neuter are going to have an S in it, such as, das Bier, das Haus, or ein neues Haus, ein altes Bier. Yeah, when it's indefinite article. Or indefinite determiners at all would be followed by an S of some sort in that noun phrase. T is, it's commonly found at the end of a couple of noun suffixes like heit, kite, but more commonly it's just the last letter of any third person verbs. So verbs in the third person, when you say like hat, sieht, kommt, gibt, that's all instances where you would have a T, so third person singular, but also the second person, singular and plural. We have a T, so like ihr versteht, you guys understand, or du verstehst, you understand. So that's kind of the the list here for im Ernst. I hope you've learned something today. Ich hoffe, dass ihr etwas gelernt habt. Und ja, ich meine das im Ernst. I mean that seriously. Ich meine das im Ernst. Also wir sehen, bitteschön ein Abo, please subscribe, a like, give me die Daumen hoch, thumbs up. Und wir werden uns hier bald sehen. Vielen Dank und ja, bis bald.